यशोदानन्दनं व्रज जनरञ्जना यशोदानन्दनं व्रज जनरञ्जना यमुनतीरावनचारी हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय राधा श्याम सुंदर राधा श्याम सुंदर राधे जय कृष्ण बलराम कृष्ण बलराम जय वृंदावन धाम जय गौरनिताय जय गौरनिताय जय जय प्रभुपाद Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. जगद्गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य स्तोत्र शत श्रीमद् अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की नित्य लीला प्रविष्ट। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्रीमद् भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी प्रभुपाद की। ISKCON founder आचार्य BBT founder आचार्य श्रील प्रभुपाद की। नामाचार्य श्रील हरिदास ठाकुर की। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की। ब्रजभूमि वृंदावन धाम की। पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की। गंगा माई यमुना माई की। भक्ति देवी तुलसी महारानी की। समवेद भक्त वृंद की। गौर प्रेमानंदे। All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Guru and Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Today in the Bhagavad Gita we are going to discuss chapter 14, text number 7. So I read the sloka and you all can kindly repeat after me. Rajo rāgātmakam viddhi tṛṣṇā. Viddhi. nibadhnāti kaunteya. kaunteya. tṛṣṇā-saṅga-samudbhavam nibadhnāti kaunteya. Mataji. Rajo rāgātmakam viddhi tṛṣṇā-saṅga-samudbhavam nibadhnāti kaunteya. Rajo rajaḥ-ātmakam viddhi nibadhnāti kaunteya. karma-saṅgena dehinam. Word-to-word meaning, translation and purport by Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki. Raja, the mode of passion. Rāgātmakam, born of desire or lust. Viddhi, no. tṛṣṇā, with hankering. Saṅga, association. Samudbhavam, produced of. Tat, that. Nibadhnāti, binds. Kaunteya, O son of Kuntī. Karma-saṅgena, by association with fruitive activity. Dehinam, the embodied. The mode of passion is born of unlimited desires and longings, O son of Kuntī. And because of this, the embodied living entity is bound to material fruitive activities. You all can kindly repeat after me. The mode of passion is born of unlimited desires and longings, O son of Tasya gnānāñjana-śalakaya chakṣuruन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोन् श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवांश्च। श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते। तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृन्द। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। So, we are in the most important chapter, chapter 14, the three modes of material nature. The Supreme Lord explains to the whole humanity to understand this. Krishna in the beginning explains that I shall declare to you this supreme wisdom, the best of all knowledge, knowing which all sages have attained the supreme perfection. The saints are already perfect. They have perfect knowledge, perfect in their behavior, perfection in every field. But by understanding this, Krishna says, it is not somebody who is saying. Krishna himself is saying that knowing this knowledge, all these sages have attained the supreme perfection in the beginning, in the first sloka. So, this is an important one because a person can become supreme in perfection. Because this Maya is so strong, a perfect person can also be pulled down. But by understanding these modes of material nature, one can become supreme, one can attain the supreme perfection. Krishna is explaining, if somebody feels he has become perfect in all respects, Krishna says, no, understand this. Then you become supreme perfection. You will attain the supreme perfection. Because a perfect person is quite okay, but the Maya can still try to pull him down and he can be pulled down. Whereas once he understands this, then he attains the supreme perfection. That's why the modes of material nature, which is explained by the Supreme Lord in chapter 14, gains very, very important, very, very great importance in our life. If we also try to understand, we try to attain little more perfection in our life. And if you are already perfect also, Krishna says, you will attain supreme perfection. So, attentively, seriously, try to understand this. Here, Krishna, in the beginning, started explaining about the modes of material nature, starting with the satoguna, the mode of goodness. Now Krishna is explaining the rajoguna, the mode of passion. So, when mode of passion increases, the person will work hard, try to attain his prestige in the society, work so hard that his all energy is concentrated. I should achieve energy, full of energy, tries to work, but achieving some prestige, some gratification of the senses. Here, if we take the example from Srimad Bhagavatam, it gives clear-cut picture. Bhagavad Gita is the theory, and practical examples are given in Srimad Bhagavatam. In Srimad Bhagavatam we see Hiranyakashipu, the great demon who had literally captured the whole universe. Not these three, Swargaloka, Bhuloka and other lokas. But he had captured literally. So the episode goes like this. His brother Hiranyaksha was killed by Vishnu by taking the Varaha Rupa. So Hiranyakashipu understands Vishnu has killed. So Canto 8, chapter 19, text number 7. Nishamya tadvadam brata Hiranyakashipu pura hantum bratruhanam kruddo jagamanilayam hare. Now he says, where is this Vishnu who has taken the form of the boar? I want to kill him. Where is he? So, immediately after knowing that his brother has been killed, with great anger, he wants to kill Vishnu. And he is going to Vishnu's place, that is Vaikuntha. Tamayantam samalokya shulapanim krutastavat Chintayamasa kalagno Vishnurmaya vinamvaraha. Now, this is all, we should understand Krishna or Vishnu trying to show the whole world that Hiranyakashipu is so strong. Now Hiranyakashipu has arrived. So Vishnu, Bhagavan actually is thinking like this. This is what 8.19.8 says. Tamayantam samalokya shulapanim krutastavat. Shulapanim with his trident, Trishula. This fellow is coming. Who? Hiranyakashipu. Hiranyakashipu is coming. This Vishnu Bhagavan sees and he thinks as follows. This is 8.19.7. 8 then 9. Yato yatoham tatraso mrityu pranamrutamiva atohamasya hridayam pravakshami paragrusha. Wherever I go, this fellow will follow me. This is 100% perfect. Because he is having so much of energy, so much of power, that he is entering Vaikuntha, he can enter anywhere. Now what should I do? How to escape from Hiranyakashipu? Who is thinking? Vishnu Bhagavan is thinking. I am reading from Srimad Bhagavatam. You see how powerful the person who is in the mode of passion, he wants to attain, he wants to kill. He is the anger born out of the passion. So, now, what Krishna or Vishnu does. Evam sanischatya risho sharira madhavato nirvishesha surendra shvasa vilantarhita sukshma dehas tatrar parandrena vivigna cheta. So, he is seeing, Vishnu Bhagavan is seeing Hiranyakashipu is entering with his trident, with his trishula, with great anger. And wherever he goes, he will be able to follow. How to escape from this fellow? You see how nice plan Vishnu Bhagavan has made. What he does? I will enter the body of Hiranyakashipu. I will stay in his heart. And this fellow will be seeing only outside. He will never look into himself. So, he will not see me. This is what 10th sloka is saying. And in the 11th. And so, in 10th sloka he says, Tat pranendra, prana randhrena, from the nostril. When Hiranyakashipu is taking air inside, inhaling, along with the inhaling of the air, Vishnu Bhagavan goes inside and he is staying. Now what happens? This fellow has come, Hiranyakashipu. Everywhere he is seeing, where is Vishnu? Why want to attack him? And he says, oh, I am not able to find. That is in the 11th sloka. Sataniketam parimushya shunya. Everything, nowhere he is finding. So he says, wherever I will see, I cannot find him. So he goes to all the directions, everywhere. Everywhere he says, oh, Vishnu is not found. I have become the greatest hero now. So I have killed him. He must have died. He declared himself. So in order to attain something, the person works very hard. This whole episode, Vaman Dev is explaining. He is telling, your people, Bali Maharaj, he entered, Vaman Dev has entered Bali Maharaj's that yajna, sacrifice arena, and he is describing, oh, your people, Bali Maharaj, your father, your father's father, your grandfather, Hiranyakashipu was so great. And this is the greatness. He went there after the death of his brother to Vaikuntha Loka. And Vishnu Bhagavan, he himself wanted to hide, and he has hidden in the body of Hiranyakashipu. So, such a great thing. I mean, he is explaining, and then you know the story. The point is, when the person is full of this passion, his passion he will get the anger. In 3:36 of Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna asks Krishna, without knowing that he is killing, I will just read the sloka. It is 3:36. One minute, I will see this. Arjuna is asking, Atakena prayuktoyam papam charati purushaha anichinnapi varshneya baladivanyojitaha. Oh Krishna, I am just not able to understand without willing to do some sinful activity, a person is dragged. He is forcibly doing, even though he is not willing, the sinful activity. Suppose somebody is murdering. Oh, I don't know. I am not willing to do. I don't do any sin. But I don't know. Something is captured. Something is capturing me. Is it like that? Some external agency is coming on somebody's mind or in the body and trying to drag him and try to make some sinful activity? Arjuna is asking. So Krishna explains, you see, Kama Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Kama Esha Krodha Esha Rajo Guna Samudbhavaha Mahashenno Mahapapma Viddhi Miha Vrindavan. So this is nothing but the kama, the lust, which is born out of the passion, mode of passion, which becomes the anger. So Krishna says, it is only lust, Arjuna, which is born in contact with the material mode of passion and later transformed into wrath. Wrath means anger. And which is all-devouring sinful enemy of this world. And the person who is in the tamoguna, as we see, who is in the mode of ignorance, his behavior will be madness, laziness, or sleeping, always sleepy mood. And a person who is having the mixture of these two, passion and then the ignorance, he will perform such activities which will be really very difficult to control a person of such nature. We have the very good example of Vrukasura, which is explained in Canto 10, chapter number 88, from 14 to 36. It is like this. Vrukasura, who is also called Bhasmasura, once he saw Narad Muni passing through. So he asked Narad Muni, he got some brilliant idea. Oh Narad Muni, kindly tell me, which of the three Mahadevas, Vishnu, Shiva or Brahma, who can be immediately, quickly satisfied and from whom I can get the benediction, boon. So by seeing Vrukasura's mood, Narad Muni tells him, you see, Shivaji is there. Shivaji is the one who will be satisfied with little bit of your activity for him. So you worship Shiva, he will be satisfied, he will give you benediction. Now Vrukasura, he is an asura. He has got lot of energy. I want to perform such a sacrifice, the yajna, that Shivaji will appear immediately. Now, this yajna has nobody performed. Shivaji, I am performing for you. He cuts his body. You see, so much of tolerance only asuras will have. He cuts his body and puts it in the sacrifice, in the yajna, and calls the Lord Shiva. Shivaji, kindly appear. I have the benediction. First day, second day, third day, is cutting his flesh, his own body, and putting it in the fire, sacrifice. Fourth day, fifth day, sixth day, Narad Muni said, Shivji will be immediately satisfied and he will give benediction. 6 days are over and Shivji is not appearing. I think now I will do the greatest of great things. I will cut my head and offer it in the yajna or in the fire sacrifice. Now, he is injured. He had already cut his body. Now you see, he is having so much of tolerance. If the same thing, if he uses in right way, he would have attained many more things. But now, he is trying to cut his head. Check, 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 check. And he is putting. Then Shivji comes from the yajna kunda or the fire, from the fire sacrifice kunda or that place. And then he says, oh my dear Rukasura, stop. Don't kill yourself. This is too much. Oh, you tell me, what do you want? What do you want? Then Rukasura says, on anybody's head, the moment I keep my hand, that fellow should die. He should be turned into ashes. He should die. Now, immediately, Shivji was so much surprised. And he says, what sort of benediction you want? And I said, I will give you whatever you want. You stop cutting your head. And you have done such a great sacrifice. Now he says, okay, tadastu, as per your desire, it will happen. So, now, he got the benediction that on anybody's head, he puts his hand, that fellow will be smashed. That fellow will die. Now he looks and he says, I will keep my hand on your head itself. Shivji looks at him, what is this? You want to keep on my head? Yes. This is what asuras. The person who has got these demonic ideas, he will behave like this only. He gets the benediction, he will try to finish off the person who had given the benediction. Now Shivji is running here and there and he goes to Vishnu Loka. Vishnu sees this, or Vishnu or Krishna sees this. This man, our Lord Shiva, is in trouble. So he comes down. Brukasura is after Shivji. Shivji has gone. He is running, coming fast. Now here appears a beautiful, very smart looking, handsome, young Brahmana. Oh, Brukasura, where are you running? It looks you are coming from a very, very long distance. Please be seated. Be seated. After all, your body, everything you do for the pleasure of your body, and your body is getting so much tired. Is it okay? You think yourself? I know, Rukasara, you are coming from a long distance. Then he says, oh, he is impressed. He says, you see, what has happened is, I asked the benediction from Shivaji, and I wanted to test on Shiva. Shiva is running away. This Brahmana boy asks, oh, what benediction you wanted to get from Shivaji? What have you got from him? He explains, on whoever head I keep my hand, he will be smashed. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to win the whole universe with that. This Brahmana, this boy who is Vishnu himself, he says, you are believing Shivaji? Oh, I think you have forgotten or you don't know. Daksha Yajna happened, no? Yes. In Daksha Yajna, this fellow, he was cursed. Shivaji was cursed that whatever austerities, whatever power he has got, he will lose. And he has lost. He doesn't have any power. Oh, you have been cheated. He doesn't have any power and you got benediction from him. If you want to test, you just keep your hand on your head and you check yourself. No, there is no power in Shivaji's words. Is it? Oh, no, you check yourself and anyhow you will be okay, then you go after him and tell him, I have kept my hand on my head and I did not die. How is that? Your benediction is not working. Just try, just see what will happen. Now, this fellow understands. He keeps the hand on his head and within no time expires. All the demigods, all devatas, they shower. The point is, the person who is in that mode of energy, lot of energy, and he wants to gain something, satisfy the senses. He will work hard. He will work day and night. He will do tapasya. He will do all these activities. But ultimately, that turns into anger because his karma, the lust will not be satisfied. And ultimately, that lust, that karma turns into the anger. Kama yesha, krodha yesha, rajo guna samudbhavam. Actually, and this will be the reason for his falling down totally. So, from these material nature, modes of material nature, we should understand ourselves where we actually stand. Are we in the mode of goodness? If we are in the mode of goodness, these are the characteristics. If we are in the mode of passion, these are the characteristics. Unlimited desires and hankering. He is trying so hard to achieve something in his society. He wants to show off. I am so great, I am so powerful. And the person who is in the mode of tamoguna or the mode of ignorance, he is sleepy, he is after mad things, he becomes mad. Nobody can change him. And sleeping, always in the sleeping mode. That's why they take a lot of intoxicating things and they get intoxicated so that they get sound sleep to forget the misery. If we apply these qualities which we learn from chapter 14, then we can analyze ourselves where we are, which actually mode we are, and we can try to improve ourselves. Otherwise, we will be bound and we will be in this cycle of death and birth again and again. Once Narad Muni went to Vishnu Bhagavan and told him, Hey Vishnu Bhagavan, I have seen on the earth all people are suffering so much, and kindly give me some chance, I will bring some of them to Vaikuntha Loka. Vishnu Bhagavan looks at him, Narad Muni, I am very happy you wanted to bring some people to Vaikuntha Loka. Bring anybody you want to bring. He should come on his own, voluntarily. You should not catch him, come on. No, he should come on his own, willingly. He should willingly come to Vaikuntha Loka. You try, bring as many people as you want. I am ready to accept. They need not perform any sort of austerities. Just they should come willingly, voluntarily, on their own, not with your force. Narada Muni says, oh yes, I will come back. Remember Narada, they should come on their willingly, on their own will, not forcedly by you catching them. Yes, Prabhu, I will bring on their will only. Now, Narad Muni comes down. This story Prabhupada has told many times in his lectures, but again and again we should learn a lot of things from this. Narad Muni comes down to the earth and sees a nice Brahmana. Oh, Brahmana, I want to tell you something very good. Narad Muni's visit, he says, oh Narad Muni, by seeing you, I am very much happy. My life has become really useful. Tell me, Narad Muni, what should I do? Oh, you are so learned person. You see, you have an opportunity to come to Vaikuntha immediately. Come with me. Ah, yes, such a great opportunity I have got. I will come. But just come inside our house. Come inside the house. Narad Muni enters the house. See my son, 5 years old. His thread ceremony is not yet over. Look at my daughter. They are studying small. You see, I will perform the Janyu Samskara and I will make him Brahmana Samskara and make him Brahmana, and then I will come. This life is meant for going back to Vaikuntha Loka, where there is no misery. Narad Muni says, oh, he is such a great scholar, he is such a great, he is having so much of Jnani, he is a Jnani. Come, now you have thought so much. No, just a few years. Narad Muni thinks, okay, this fellow has been on the earth, taking birth again and again, for the past millions and millions and millions of years. Just a few years doesn't make any difference. So, Narad Muni says, okay, I will come after some time. So after a few years he goes, oh, your son is already everything, samskar, everything is over, and your son appears to be ready for the marriage. Okay, you can come now. What you said sometime. You see, my son, only son, he should be married, without marrying my son, how can I come? Now, Narad Muni remembers, he cannot catch him and bring him to Vaikuntha Loka. He has to come willingly, with his own will. So he says, okay, let me waste some more time, I will come back after a few years. After a few years, he comes and sees, he has got a grandson. This Brahmana has got a grandson. His son is married and he has... Okay, now your son is married and he has got a son. You come to Vaikuntha Loka. There is no misery. It's all happiness only. You see, my son has got just now this boy, my grandson. My wife is so much attached. If I leave now, she feels so bad. And also, my wife and my mother, both are in the old days, they are quarreling. My wife had already become grandmother and she is quarreling with my mother. You see, after a few years, my mother, you understand, then I will come. Narad Muni looks at him. Hi, what has happened to you? You talk so much. Yes, this is our purpose of life. We have to go back to Vaikuntha. But you see, Narad Muni leaves. After some years, he comes and says, where is your wife? No. Where is your mother? No. Both of them have left their body. Okay, now you have understood, no? You come now. Come. You can go directly to Vaikuntha Loka. You see, this fellow, my grandson, he has just grown up. His samskara should be done. Few years. Now after a few years again comes, Narad Muni comes and finds this fellow is not there. But he is getting the response from the Atma, from that soul, that fellow is here only. He asked the people, here there was a very nice Brahmana, old Brahmana, where he is? Oh, that fellow died long back, 4-5 years back. Hari, I am getting the response that this fellow is here somewhere. Then he says, oh Brahmana, who was living here, in which body you are, come here, I am Narad Muni who had come to take you to Vaikuntha Loka. Then comes the barking dog. Wow, wow, wow. Barking dog comes and says, Narad Muni, I am here. Oh, you have understood? Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi, you have understood and you have become a dog. Okay, come now, no problem. Because I said I will take you to Vaikuntha. Narad Muni, you look at the doors, windows. My son had already gone somewhere and nobody is there. The windows are kept open. Anybody, any thief can enter. And there is lot of gold. I worked hard and put lot of gold. Gold is there inside the house. Anybody can take away the gold. I am here to protect. He says, why are you after the gold? You see, I have worked so hard and kept the gold there. Narad Muni, you don't understand. When the thief comes, who will protect? I am here, I will catch, I will drive away the thief. Narad Muni says, okay, I will come after some time. After some time he comes, he is able to see, yes, somewhere. Oh, Brahmana, who was having the body of Brahmana and then became dog. Now you are in which body? Come here. No, he comes as a cockroach. Cockroach. Have you understood? Narad Muni, what is happening, you know? My daughter-in-law, she doesn't have any sense. She is putting all cashew nuts in that garbage. And if I am not eating those cashew nuts, other cockroaches will eat. Wait, I cannot come. Narad Muni says, she might have thrown all rotten cashew nuts in the garbage. And that you want to enjoy. Narad Muni, if I don't eat, so many other cockroaches are there which will be eating. Understand me? You become cockroach and just see how tasty it is. Narad Muni says, this fellow had become downfallen so much and he is not able to understand. He says, okay, I will come back again after some time. After some time he comes and he finds that he had become a snake. Narad Muni says, you were Brahmana, you became dog, then you became cockroach, now you have become snake. Have you understood? This is the life. Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi, again and again, taking birth and dying, taking birth and dying. This is what is there on this earth. Now come with me. Narad Muni, the crop is ready for cutting and I am there protecting with the big bandicoots, the rats attacking the crop. If I don't protect, the crop will be lost. Narad Muni says, this fellow is bound with his thinking of his wife, his children, grandchildren and all that. He shouts loudly, here, see, snake, big snake. People come and kill that fellow. Gone. Narad Muni feels, yes. Goes back to Vaikuntha Loka and Krishna says, Daivi hesha gunamayi mama maya duratyaya mameva ye prapadyante maya metam tarantite. My maya, which is empowered by me, maya reports to me directly, not that below. No. Daivi hesha gunamayi mama maya, my maya is working and it is very, very difficult to come out. But it is very easy when the person surrenders totally to me. And we should clearly understand from all these episodes that we are in that mood only. We are bound here. We keep on thinking, hankering after so many things, money, bank balance, house, car, my children, my wife, my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren. That is of no use. They are temporary. We are taking birth again and again after death. So, Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi, birth, death, old age and the disease. We are really suffering. We have to educate our mind every day that I am in this cycle, I am unable to come out because I am not surrendering on to Krishna. Hey mind, oh mind, my mind, please surrender on to Krishna. Then I can very easily come out. So when we carry out the japa, we should be very attentive without committing offenses. When we keep on doing the chanting, we will definitely come out. If not this, maybe in a few lives only, not millions and millions and millions. This is very, very sure because our acharyas have given us the guidance, the roadmap, how we can reach. The more the serious, the lesser the time to reach the goal. If we are very, very serious, we can definitely reach, go back to Godhead, this life itself. Hare Krishna.